All right, guys, we're gonna put my 7.3 Godzilla, or AK the General. We're gonna put this bad boy to work. Pull in our little trailer, our Travel Supreme, which this is loaded with all our gear and stuff, not water. So we're probably close to 12,000 pounds. It has a pretty small freshwater tank on it. We call it TESS for short. Get it? T-S-E-S-S, TESS. So yes, I name all my stuff kind of goofy, but you know what? It makes it more personable for me. So as you guys know, I did put the Lear on there. So the Lear is fine. It sits back just as much as my MX-4 did. So I know this isn't going to touch. Now, I'm gonna touch on this in another video because I keep seeing people do it, and I'm gonna touch on it real quick right here, guys. On any of these new pickups, pulling a fifth wheel, now I'm not talking about gooseneck, because gooseneck trailers are super heavy duty, okay? They're made for guys that are putting that trailer to work. The connection point is beefy down at the base, and those trailers can handle that. But in addition to that, those guys also, sometimes when they kink these trailers, they damage their dualies and damage their truck because they're not a little bit careful. So just be careful with that. But for the normal, everyday, average guy, and I see guys doing this on their videos like, look, I can jackknife this trailer. I can put this to a 90. I can swivel this. Okay, please, God, stop that. All right. First of all, these trailers are not built well when it comes to their suspension. Now this one being older, the suspension is pretty robust, but I still wouldn't do it with it. But what you'll see is, you'll see in some videos where people are even just normal turning, you can see the wheels start to turn like this. Those shackle suspensions are so puny. You don't need to ever 90-degree turn a fifth wheel trailer. Now if you want to be a trucker, go get a CDL and slam docks all day like I did for a while. And you can jackknife everything that you have to, because that has to. There is no reason, most sites are pull through, most sites are angled, that you need to jackknife this trailer. You're gonna crush your cab, you're gonna crush your cab, you're gonna damage your suspension. You may not see it initially, but you will damage it. Your tires are also pretty weak, and that destroys tires. Go and look at a semi that I've slammed docks for about 6 months on, and the trailer tires are bald because you're tearing them up. So please, 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 there is no reason you need to 90-degree turn a pickup and a fifth wheel. So this gap right here, people are like, I'm gonna see how close I can pinch it. Just please stop showing that to people. That is a horrible idea. It's bad on your trailer. The truck can probably handle it. I think the truck's beefy enough, but don't, just don't. But I'm gonna cover that in my trailer basics and some other ways that we can make sure we're not getting to our critical points. But let's go pull with the big guy. All right, so here we go. So again, I've already tested the brakes. So all we're gonna do is get to about 5-6 miles per hour and give a gentle squeeze. You should feel the tug of that trailer stopping the pickup, okay? That's the only time you're really gonna use that squeeze feature, is to test and make sure you have your proper gain set. Because if you have it set too high, you'll lock up those trailer brakes if you really have to mash on the brakes, or if you just push on the brakes in general hard. So reset the average fuel economy. I'm not expecting this to get crazy great fuel economy, guys. We're towing. This is what happens when you tow. You get less fuel economy. Trailers are heavy, whatnot, okay? So if we even get above 5 or 6, I'd be okay with that, because in the Duramax I got like 10 or 11, 12. And then in the Power Stroke, I actually, the 21 that I had, oh, it's a 22. I can't remember. I have a lot of trucks. That one itself, though, I think I got, pulling this exact trailer, 18-ish. And I think I got close to 20 when I wasn't towing with it, but it had a 331. So this truck's 355 gears, okay? So we're just getting a vibe. So far, the ride feels good. It is touching the timbrins a smidge, but that's going to help with sway. Again, those timbrins aren't made to give you 20,000 more pounds of towing ability. The truck has the towing ability that it does. Those timbrins, what they do is they bolster that and help reduce sway, the sag, and everything like that. So we're gonna pull out here, and I know out here in the Great Plains we have some really good low valleys and stuff. So we're just gonna go see. I'm not gonna tow like the Gauntlet. So if anybody's like, I wanna know how fast it gets to 60 mile an hour. Well, I don't tow like that in general. And if I wanted to mash it, I'm sure it would get up there, but I'm not. I'm just gonna drive like I would normally pull a trailer, and I'm gonna be studious about getting up to a highway speed and see how it all goes. You know, the idea is that The transmission's gonna get hot. The noise inside the cab is gonna be obscene. This truck's gonna run 5,000, 4,000, 6,000 RPMs trying to tow. So we're just gonna kind of give this first video. This is us just getting up to 65 miles per hour. Really, I don't notice the trailer's even there at all. It feels very linear, very smooth, no herky-jerky feeling when it comes to the transmission. So, all right. So here it is at 55. So we're just gonna sit at 55. We're running 2,000 RPMs. Obviously 3.7 miles to the gallon. So the truck knows it's there. I average about 16 on the highway to 17 and a half on the highway, and about 14 and a half all the time at the in the city. However, this tank of gas I did have to put mid-grade in it because that's all they had out here. So I filled it up that way. But yeah, so far so good. I'm cruising right along, nothing major. You know, most people are saying that this truck's gonna be, you know, 6,000 now. If I was going up 11% grade, yeah, you're gonna be bringing those RPMs up a little bit more. But so just getting going, we have our transmission temp up there. If you have a vehicle that doesn't have that gauge, but you can access it down here, I would just have that available. You don't need to babysit it. I think that it's probably gonna have a warning light that if it got real bad, but as long as you're within 10 to 20% underneath that tow rating, I think you're gonna be just fine. So far so good. So that's gonna wrap up this first video. We're gonna just keep on trucking for a little bit so I can get some more fuel data. Plus it's pretty flat out here. So we're gonna get out to where there's some hills and we're gonna see how she climbs.